While the nation was running short of oxygen and people were battling for breath, Relief NU came at the forefront for India's COVID relief. Relief NU worked day and night to provide oxygen cylinders to those in need. NewsX proudly recognizes second wave superhero Rajiv Dhawan and Relief NU Foundation. Hello and welcome. You watching NewsX Second Wave Superheroes. Now, while the whole nation was gasping for breath, the whole nation was battling for breath, one organization was out there providing oxygen cylinders to the people who needed it. I have with me Mr. Rajiv Dhawan, founder of Relief NU Foundation, who tirelessly worked during the pandemic to provide oxygen cylinder to the people. Hello and welcome, sir.
Hello.
So my first question to you, sir, is how did this idea emerge? Like it's enough. You need to start helping out people out there during the pandemic. How did this idea start? How did this emerge?
See, we started very small. We were not thinking pan Delhi or pan India when we started. It was just to help the local RWA with oxygen cylinders because the situation was really bad and there were no hospital beds. And even where the beds were available, the hospitals were asking people to get their own oxygen. So, being the secretary of the RWA, we decided to, have some cylinders with us. And when we started looking for cylinders, that's when we realized that the cylinders are not easily available. And we had to buy the first lot from Maharashtra and pay the freight, But that's when we realized that if a common man needed a cylinder, there's no way that he would be able to arrange it. And even if he has to arrange it from Maharashtra, people did not have luxury of time at that time. So we started this initiative from this particular need, and then slowly we kept on adding different supplies to our initiative to help COVID victims.
So while helping this and while carrying this out, what were the major challenges that were faced by you and your organization?
Oh, there were many. First thing was we somehow my number got viral when people came to know that we were giving out cylinders for free, and then we used to get like 700 to 900 calls in a day on my number. And I was on the call all the time, and slowly, we started adding people. But the major issue that we faced initially was that we had limited inventory, and people would call us like 700, 800 calls in a day. Even people with, 95 SpO2 levels would call because they were all panicked at that time. So inventory was a issue. We had very little funds that we had raised locally, and some of the funds that I had put in from my own pocket. And then we also then there were several people who came ahead, helped us with donations, due to which our inventory pool went up, and we were able to maximize the reach. So first thing is that as far as the problems are concerned, number one is this. Number two is also that people did not know how to use it. So we created some videos wherein we explained the entire process. We also made some videos where people were given general awareness about COVID and other related and diseases. As we speak, we have also started the helpline for mental awareness, mental health counseling and medical counseling as well. Now, a lot of doctors have also joined hands. So we're giving out free medical counseling as well.
While all this was going on, and obviously, sometimes there is an emotional side that comes up of the people you're trying to help. And if unfortunately, you are unable to, or the help doesn't reach the people, or for
Right.
any given circumstances, what was the one thing that kept you and your team kept going? Like one thing that kept all of you together?
The fact that on the next call probably we'll be able to save someone, and at the end of the day, we kept a count of the amount of lives that we touched. If we touched 500 to 600 lives a day, and if we were able to save 20 to 30 of them, because I say 20 to 30 because out of 500, around 300 to 400 calls were just distress calls. People would give us calls that, thank God you've just picked up our calls. That kind of panic was going around at that time. So we would counsel, the average handling time of our calls was 15 to 20 minutes, not 2 minutes. Otherwise, if you're just giving a call for a cylinder, it should hardly last for 2 minutes. But our average handling time was 15 to 20 minutes, because we, took care of people in detail. We understood their problems, and we tried to resolve the problems holistically, not just a single point resolution like providing a cylinder or a concentrator.
Thank you, sir. Indeed, it was a big help to people out there with you and your organization. I think it saved thousands of lives out there during the pandemic while the nation was struggling. Thank you so much, Mr. Rajiv, for talking to us and letting our viewers know that how did you help people during the pandemic. We at NewsX really appreciate your effort, and we at NewsX salute you for being the superhero in the second wave. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.